Well, not only is he a Dallas native, but he is a veteran NFL tackle. Ty Nsekhe is joining us here on the KRLD Afternoon News. We're really excited to share with our listeners that you have a free youth football camp for kids, and there are scholarships there for high school students available as well. Tell us about this camp.
Yes, this is the 8th consecutive year that I've thrown this camp or hosted this camp. We do it every year just to give back to the youth, give them something to do during the summertime, get acclimated with football skills. It's open to boys and girls from 6 to 17 years old. So, basically elementary all the way up to high school.
Is there still an interest among the youngest generation for football? I know soccer is kind of taken over as a sport of choice, but do kids really still want to play football?
So we opened the camp registration up, I believe the 1st of April. And within maybe a week, we had about 170 kids signed up. So
oh my goodness.
I don't think there's a huge interest.
That's a huge yes. I mean, we're in Texas. Come on now.
Exactly,
Absolutely.
exactly.
They love some football.
Oh, yeah.
So over the years, how has this camp progressed?
Well, so over the years, we do the athletic part, but every year we try to incorporate the community aspect. So we bring out the police chief, we get them acclimated with the police, the law enforcement in the community, and just try to ingrain that bond between the kids and law enforcement, and just trying to help the youth understand that the law enforcement or officers aren't here to chastise you; they're here to protect, they're here to serve. So, just bringing that aspect of it, we've gotten real close with law enforcement. The police chiefs have changed over the years, but for the most part, they're real good with the kids. They're real attentive, and it's always a good turnout. So that's the biggest thing. That's the biggest goal when we throw these camps every year.
What's the parents' reaction to what their kids go through with your camp? Not only with that, but with also the community aspect of it.
Well, seeing that, it is summertime and they're out of school, and, it goes from 8 to about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, the parents are rejoiced that they get a good 8-hour window where they're hands off with the kids. So, every year the parents love seeing the kids get to run around, burn off that extra energy that they have just instead of sitting at home. Also, this year we are picking 4 kids from just the Dallas-Fort Worth area, and in my golf tournament that I'm hosting on that Monday, the 26th, I'm planning on donating 4 scholarships to go towards their future, their higher education.
That's incredible. I was going to ask you about that golf tournament. Has that always been the way that you've been able to provide this camp for free? Is that the fundraising awareness that you also want to bring up to the Metroplex?
Well, just recently, we started the golf tournament. This is the 3rd one. So early on, the first few years that I was hosting, we get a grant from the NFL, but for the most part, it was coming straight out of my pocket.
Let's talk about some of the guests that you might have. Do you get former teammates coming by to help out? Do you get
most definitely.
pros? Drop some names.
Yeah. So, I've had Trent Williams, I had Colt McCoy, I've had a few guys. So I've played 12 years, going on my 13th year. So I've been on a few teams. So, normally I get guys from the current roster that I play with to try and come out and help me. So, it's just the who's who. You never know who I might have. I played with the Rams last year, so you just never know who might just be in this camp.
I would say the only team that matters here, Ty, is the Cowboys.
The Cowboys.
Okay, But it is incredible.
Well, Colt McCoy does count because he's a Longhorn.
Mm-hmm.
It is incredible that you've had so many different connections in the NFL, and I'm sure that just fuels opportunity for these kids. Do they really understand at that age, like who they're really working with at these camps?
Oh man, you'd be surprised. With the gift of social media and just how much access that kids have to seeing our everyday lives as athletes, it just brings it like a full circle. When I was young, we would just see athletes on TV on Sundays. Now they get to see us work out. They get to see what we do during the day-to-day. Whatever we display on our social media platforms, they're able to get a close look, So I guess it makes us more relatable. We don't look superhuman to them. We look more humanized. So when they're amongst us, they're not in awe. They like to have fun and crack jokes with us. So it's a great thing.
Talk to us about some of the questions that the kids ask about you, about the other
Mhm.
coaches, about the other players, what about your everyday lives?
Well, I'm a rather large human, so every time I get around kids, they always want to ask how big and how tall I am. So that's kind of, and then they want to arm wrestle me or want to see how strong I am. So I get a lot of that mostly. That's the main things I get. I'm like a Goliath out there.
I love that. It is such an opportunity for them to get exposed, not only to football greatness, right? Because you guys have had such success in your careers, but there's got to be kids that they're not going to all become NFL stars, but just the opportunity to have some discipline, to have some experience with guys who've really made it, especially in neighborhoods that they've all grown up in. I mean, that impact has got to be immense as well.
Oh, most definitely. Just to see how some of the kids take the coaching and they're infatuated with the process. Just from the start, you can see they're attentive to the drills. They're just soaking it all up and they love every minute of it. It's a beautiful thing. That brings joy to me. That's part of the reason why I do it, just to see how fun and how many smiles I can put on kids' faces. That's always the goal. And that's really the main part of why I do what I do, giving back to the community.
But do you also have fun with it as far as being able to teach the kids? And is this something that you could then transition to as perhaps a coach in the future?
Oh, most definitely. That's it's part of giving back, just seeing the kids grow. That's what we do. That's what we're doing it for. I started playing football when I was 8. So I've been there. I know what it felt like being a kid and admiring, some of the great athletes. And, I have a son also, he's 7. So now he's coming out to these camps and he's getting to participate. So, just him being a part of the process and just starting from the grassroots, that's a blessing that I can afford that experience to them.
Absolutely. So this is happening 2 Saturdays from now.
Mhm.
It's going to be at the Bowie High School in Arlington. You said you had a lot of kids, sign up because the first 150 they get
Oh yeah,
free tuition to this camp, right? But
yeah.
will you have more than that?
It's free. So I think our cutoff is going to be around 250. I wanted to open it because COVID the last few years ago we had the restrictions. So I wanted the kids who didn't get a chance to come out those years to come out now. So we kind of expanded the roster a little bit. 250 is I think that's a good number to stop the camp at.
My last question to you is that when you're running a camp and you've got so many kids, parents want to make sure that they're going to be safe. Here in North
Mhm.
Texas, we've already seen triple digits. Is this going to be indoor or outdoor practice? And if it's outdoor, how do you ensure the safety of these kids?
It's indoor. So thanks to Jerry Jones and I guess the Blue Star Company, they provided all Arlington high schools with indoor practice facilities. So it is covered, has the big fan that rotates. We're going to have plenty of water, plenty of Gatorade. We're going to have trainers there on deck. Like if anybody has any kind of heat related ailments, they'll be there willing to render aid. We're going to offer food. We have lunch. We also have a waiver, so we know what kind of allergies kids have and what they can do, or if they have asthma, we'll make sure that they have their asthma pumps. So, we cross our T's and dot our I's with that. We take safety and precautions and health very, very serious.
Let's talk about, this is the 8th year for your camp.
Mhm.
Let's talk about the first year and some of the campers that you had then. Have they
Mhm.
then transitioned into, playing for their high schools, playing for the colleges as well?
Oh yeah, we've had returning. There's a few guys that they've come up. So they were in elementary or junior high when we first started the camp, and then I seen last year they were like juniors, and just to see their growth and development, it's amazing. And I think a few of them have college options. So just to see that they're just around, and you can see the talent that's on the field and on display through the drills. And then we have the 7-on-7 tournament, so they really get a chance to showcase their talent in those environments.
Well, I know you're passionate about this. We can see you radiate when you talk about this opportunity for kids. Is there still a way where parents can have their kids sign up for this, or any business owners? We have a lot of entrepreneurs that, and business owners that listen to us. Any way that they could help support in the future?
Most definitely. You can go to tynfoundation.org. And if you want to sign up, we have a sign up link. You just click on the button for sign up and fill out the sign up form. And if businesses want to donate, they can also, there's a donate button where you can either donate funds or you can reach out. There's a tab that you can click where you can reach out to my publicist and her assistant, Mary Ann Pacheco, and she can get you forwarded if you want to do future sponsorships or you want to help with the golf tournament on the following Monday, or even if you want to sign up for the golf tournament, we have slots for that also. So, tynfoundation.org, and it's a one-stop shop. You can either click sign up for your kids, or if you're interested in playing a few holes of golf with I got some Cowboy friends coming to that also. So if you're interested in doing that, you can come. It's been a grapevine at the Cowboys Golf Course also. So just go on Ty Foundation and follow the links, and you can sign up for both of those.
We hope that all of our KRLD listeners will take that in consideration. Thank you so much, Ty. That is Ty Nsekhe, NFL vet. Thank you so much for being with us. We really appreciate it. And we wish you all the best on your upcoming camp.
Thank you for having me.